20.
Fabulous. As you reach down, you see like in a glimmer of the sunlight flashes into a small little hole. And you reach in your hand, disappears into this hole. You feel empty space. Absolutely nothing as your arm is swallowed by this hole where you assumed this coin would be. Welcome to Rolling Deep, where our players find themselves ensnared in a little bit of trouble here. Our players had just managed to kind of dip down into a huge basin on their pilgrimage, you could say, to the top to find Scarret the Centaur to communicate with the Fae of the forest below, sent by the Druids of Bastionwood. But enough of the history. Watch the other videos. We're getting right into it. Jean, our mousefolk fighter, is dangling by a single foot, just kind of bobbing up and down from one of the lonesome kind of dead trees in the air there. What does Jean do?
Say, guys, hello? Can you help me? Like, I'm not super frightened yet, but I'm about to be.
No damage. You are about like 15 feet in the air. You are just bobbing your weight, kind of looking like a lure.
Do we hear her?
Yeah, absolutely. She yells out.
And I'm like, what? Can I tell that she's like suspended?
Absolutely. You guys can see the rope. It's very twined, kind of very basic braided rope. It's just kind of hanging there.
I'm gonna go into my starry form because it's kind of dark out, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my archer constellation appear on me, just in case. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I ready my axe and walk over.
Yes, ready for all sorts of danger.
No, I just want to cut her down.
Oh.
I'll catch you though. I won't just cut you onto the ground.
Sweet.
From behind, you guys hear, I got one!
What?
Please roll me a perception check.
Yes.
Do I see it too?
You're
19.
sitting.
I'm upside down though, but can I see it?
17.
19, 17. A 6.
Well, actually,
8.
20.
An 8. All right. These two are not very perceptive. Has been history. Whoever gets Amani with her axe bared turns to look up. You see a rocky plateau and an outline of a figure. You see it's very tall, cylindrical, with a nice little tip at the top.
The person or the tip? Or the mouth?
The person, the figure that you see.
Is cylindrical?
Yes.
Okay.
You hear, Charlize! We can add it to the stew! And then you guys hear like sliding down. It's getting a little bit dimmer, however your dark vision helps you guys out as a yellow figure kind of approaches. You guys know this man, this thing, is a banana. As it approaches you guys see in a pattern 3 eyes blink one at a time all the way down. You see that he has his sword in his hand, just a little short sword with a little flame as well. As he approaches, he says, there's a lot of them! And he says, who are you?
Travelers passing through.
I said,
Not
who are
snacks.
Charlize? No, they seem friendly. Get out of my head. Hello.
Who's Charlize?
He motions back up to the plateau above and says, friendly or foe?
Friendly?
If you are friendly.
The beast is with you?
I.
I apologize. And you see a little bit of flame kind of like emerge from his hand, and you see he goes, a little bit of the thing burns. You move to catch? Absolutely. Roll me just a quick strength check. You guys smell like the burning of the twine. 19. You effortlessly, right as it snaps, you guys see Jean's emits a whoa, gorgeously caught.
Thank you.
Set down peacefully. Your guys' camp is not set up yet. However, this has happened almost immediately after you guys have entered the basin. He says, So. Did the one T send you?
I say no. We met one, but
I ate him.
Where? What did he taste like?
Not good.
Taste like?
It's in my belly though. It wasn't good. It made me feel.
Well, can I try?
Are you ready for some acid?
I need of taste and taste of revenge.
It's too late.
Hold out your
for that.
hands.
it'll be processed.
I get ready to throw up in his hands.
Okay, okay, awesome. So you make yourself
Yeah,
throw up right
yourself.
real quick?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, you see like little bits and chunks of the Wanti that really is not digesting fast, even though it's been a day or two of travel here. As you see these chunks, you see a little slit in this perfectly, you know what, I apologize, not perfectly manicured banana person. As you guys are close and the flickering of his flame, you see a lot of acne
Is he
all over.
bruised?
No. Acne is like actual little like yellow bumps, and you see like on a couple of them, you know, some
Gross.
white banana coming out of a couple of the things. And immediately
You good?
he reaches down into his little sack that he has and pulls out a very large cigar and, you know, uses his hand to light it up and he says, "So, what brings you to the range?" "Enough, Charlize, I'm talking!"
We're heading up the mountain.
Up? There's nothing up there but rock and snow?
I like snow.
Well, you might fare better than me. Would freeze be custard.
Custard is delicious.
We're just doing a little exploring.
We like the view up from above.
You see that he kind of coughs up a little bit of really like liquidy, kind of delicious smelling phlegm. And he says, "Well, you're picking the wrong spot to set up camp, travelers.
Why is that?
At night, the rocks come swirling. They fly high and look for prey. Simple as yourself, especially your friend here." Motioning to the mouse folk whose nose is kind of twitching. Do you feel any type of way after being caught?
I feel better than I did before, but I don't know about this weird banana person.
Fair enough.
It's my dangerous instinct.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I mean, you're a little freaked out, I guess, so yeah.
I just threw up in someone's hands and he ate it.
I'll gladly ate it. Kind of motioning on that, he kind of turns to you and says, "Do you know the status of that one tea? Pure or half-blood?"
Looked like a snake.
"We're hot on the trail. I will find that warlock if it's the end of me."
Warlock.
Yes. Yes. Have you ever met another one like me?
No.
Follow me.
To where?
To safety. And motions up to the plateau above.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So he goes ahead and starts walking. You guys follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's Odysseus thinking at this point?
I think he's cool. I was wondering if I could trust him anyways. I'm still a little skeptical, but I mean, he's a banana, so I'm really not all that scared.
You don't find him very appealing?
No, not whatsoever. But I'm definitely interested. He seems to have a really big keen on these Wanti. So I'm just bidding my time. I'm gonna stay in the back and just wait and see what happens.
Awesome. You guys kind of follow him over there. It's really not that far of a walk as he managed to basically slide on over. He lets out a... Gets him on, he gets spit on. Absolutely. And then you guys see a ladder kind of tumble down. It's very rickety, just a normal, simple ladder. Immediately, you know, he kind of realizes, he says, "Hold this," to the little fairy. It's his stogie that he had lit.
How tall is this banana?
This banana is about 6'5".
Okay.
It's really giant.
Yeah, he's a very large
Can
banana.
she hold that?
That's bigger than her.
Roll strength check. As Summer takes the stogie, her hands kind of manages, but she feels the heat and the warmth from it. And you know what? Summer finds it kind of appealing, I think.
It was a strength check, but 18 is fine.
He climbs before you hear, anything to add to the stew? And he says, no, they're friends. Are you guys going to ascend to the slasher?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll check out.
Awesome.
I'm down to go up this ladder.
Why
Sweet.
not?
Well, let's go.
I'm winking at everybody. You know,
Everybody roll me a perception check.
useless.
Mod 20.
Nat 20. First
13.
time, something's gotta be up.
19.
That was a modded 20.
A mod 20. Wow. Okay, you guys are amazing. You guys know pretty much everything. Okay. As you guys kind of scale, you guys all we're staying kind of close to the edge. In front of you, you see a nice boiling pot. It's very welcoming aroma. It's sweet, fruity, delicious. You guys peer. It is, kind of a light yellow color. It's bubbling. It's boiling. It smells delicious. You see 2 tents set up, as well as 2 other banana people. With your guys' roles here, you're able to tell one is decidedly female. However, this one has no eyes. And then the other one, much shorter than the other one, roughly 3 feet, is kind of snarling at you guys, like, and Odysseus, something catches your eye, a little twinkle, a little circle, with a nat 20. I believe Odysseus immediately knows that that's a platinum coin, just chilling about 5 feet away from him.
How shiny is it? And is it within my reach?
Yes, it's about within your reach.
Whoa.
Odysseus does immediately know the value of this coin.
Okay.
Question to the DM: what is the value of this coin?
In this world, you know that platinum stands for 1,000 gold pieces.
So that's
A lot.
a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's substantial.
Are these guys thieves? Do I know that?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Can I say, so what brings you guys here?
The one that you talked to says, "Let me introduce myself." He extends a hand to Brunor and says, "Ralph,
Bruno.
I am a powerful creation of a warlock, one T.
Were you always a banana?
We started all from the same fruit, all from the same batch."
Wait, are the others in the cave also bananas?
Yes.
Okay.
You see 3 bananas. I forgot to mention the eyes on the third one. They're normal. Ralph says, "This warlock experimented, transferring his soul into as many objects as possible, trying to expand all he could." And he kind of walks over to where you guys see their seating is and sits down, and he kind of motions for you guys. He says, Come, you look tired and hungry." Anyways, do any of you guys sit?
So I rolled a 9 on my insight check.
On an insight check, you're not entirely sure what these guys are all about yet. You don't necessarily think they're going to be aggressive at this point, especially because he's offering you food.
Okay.
However, you don't know if they're thieves or not.
So I'm kind of questioning what they eat because they're bananas. Do they
Would
eat
they-
other fruit? Are those?
Would you want to roll an insight check?
Would they
What the
eat
stew is?
Can't we
meat
just
if
look
I
at the pot?
offered it? Would
Nat
they
20?
eat meat if I
Oh!
offered
She
it?
got nat 20.
That's a question you should ask them.
Okay.
And you got a 20 on your
Just
insight
nat
there.
20.
You think they can thrive off of any sort of fructose source. Yes. The blind one says, I'm sorry for my brother. He's very excitable. He says, enough, Charlize. My rage is warranted. We've been over this enough times. The other one says, yes, we have. Kind of just really annoyed at the whole situation. And he seems to be eagerly waiting for one of you to sit first.
Oh, I sit down.
Awesome. As you sit on a leather inflated bag, and immediately that one just falls off his seat laughing. Absolutely juvenile. With your guys' perception earlier, I can definitely tell you guys kind of their little bit of family dynamic here. You think, from what they kind of told you, that they've been experimented on, kind of perfected by a warlock. One, there's a little bit of issues. 3 eyes, no eyes, regular eyes. Definitely the one that is laughing his ass off is going to be the most juvenile of the group. He's just howling, his laughs echoing in the basin below, as you guys' only real light source at this point, as the sun is now setting, is going to be the fire that they have precluded.
Okay. I'm gonna say nice one.
I hear you. They hate it.
I'm gonna keep the whoopee cushion.
Awesome. You snag a little whoopee cushion, just throw it in your pocket. Roll a sleight of hand real quick.
That's a 6.
He says, keep it.
Yeah, I will.
You see Charlize is eating the sort of stew that they have precluded. And she mentions, so nothing to add.
Do you
Again?
guys eat meat? What do you eat?
Well, we're self-sustaining in a way.
What?
How's that?
You see the little one kind of like recognize your confusion, leans over, drops his trowels, so to speak, just kind of rips open his peel from behind and into the stew. He stirs it all up, and then you see Ralph reach in with a bowl. He's like, I was really hoping for a little bit of extra flavor, but
That's disgusting.
would you like to eat it?
No.
It's very nutritious.
We ate earlier.
I'll be
Yeah.
alright, thank you.
Just ate, actually.
Okay. All right.
Where do you get the energy to do all that?
He points to the sky.
What's up there?
The big
Who's the big one?
that stares at us all.
The sun?
Yes. Yes.
Which one?
There's several.
You see Charlize say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Forget to turn off my telepathy. We charge in the day and make our own food sources. As you see here, however, boiling helps the flavor. It's very sweet and creamy." You see behind her, she has a little strawberry and a little grape that are kind of dancing around, slightly animated, looking kind of excited, almost as if they're waiting to eat themselves. She puts her bowl on the ground, and you see that these animated fruit kind of hop in and start eating the stew.
Okay.
Charlie says, my brother says you're travelers.
Yes.
Where are you going? Up
The
is
top.
sheer destruction.
Yeah, we're
I
going
like
to sheer
destroying
destruction.
things.
Sheer destruction is your calling.
Yeah.
You see the little one say, "Oh, if you want to get destroyed, come over here." Yeah, and you see he kind of walks over to the edge of the plateau and picks up this like long stick that has like a little bit of a rock kind of attached to the bottom of it. He says, "Have you guys ever played wacky ball?"
No. How do you play?
Oh, it's so easy. You see the ball, we're gonna whack it.
Where's the ball?
He kind of motions over there, and you see a circular little stone. Please roll me an Arcana check real quick.
How big is this ball compared to most of us?
It's an
13.
That
I rolled a
large.
1
13.
second.
Like a golf ball?
Yeah,
Compared
that's
to
enough right there. And Brunor
Okay.
immediately. Ooh, Brunor. Everybody kind of realizes that these are just like created stones that like druids can whip up in order to use as a ranged attack. So you can kind of like make them go make like summon them as you want, essentially. You see, he sets it down, lines it up, swings back, and whack! It goes soaring into the basin, and you guys kind of see like a little glint off the moonlight. He says, "Oh, that was a good one. Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Hey!
Try.
All right, awesome. I have rules for this, actually.
Oh no.
Please roll me a nature check and then an athletic check.
Nature is a 7.
Okay.
And athletics is 12? 12.
Oh, 12. So you're handed this stick. It's kind of like awkwardly balanced. You don't think it was weighted correctly, or at least that's what you're gonna say when you
I'm
go
only
up to
2 feet
swing.
compared to their 6 feet.
Exactly. So this is massively oversized. You know, the club. Well, he's only 3 feet. The one who's playing wacky ball.
Okay.
He has not introduced himself. My bad. You wind up. You try your hardest, whack, and you see it kind of just ticks off to the side, kind of near where you guys had entered the basin originally, going a measly 100 meters. Not even like 20 meters.
100 to 20.
I know. That's the difference between a 16 and a 2 or a 12. And he says, "Whoo! Should have made a bet on that one." Any other takers?
We'll try it out.
The big boy. So roll me a nature and an athletics with advantage because the club actually fits you.
Yeah. A nature?
Yeah.
8.
All right.
And then athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He says, "Wow, this guy's gonna suck." Ralphie, let me borrow that. And you see that like the stogie that the Ralph has been smoking is now like half its original length. You guys are kind of bewildered at how much this guy's just chimneying it.
That's why he coughs like that.
He says, and gives it to his little brother, who then just lightly mouths it.
19.
A 19. Okay, so you pick it up and you have no idea what's going on, but you want to show off. You're feeling freaking good about yourself. You had just surfed down this basin slope, so you're just like, I'm in the zone. You wind up, shake your booty a little bit. That was such a solid whack. It goes further than the original ball hit. He goes, "Man, that was pretty good. Way better than this one."
I should have put money on that one.
Next time, talk to me in the morning where we can see where it lands.
Yeah, alright.
He sticks his hand out to you and says, "Ayus." And he walks. He turns back before he sees you flip to go finish his eating.
Am I hurt at all? Like, can I just like look at myself and like make sure I'm not hurt?
Yeah, when you were up there, you made a really good roll on your Constitution saving throw last round, so you took no damage from it, and you weren't slowed or anything like that.
Okay.
So, and then Gitsamani heroically captured you as you almost took a lot of damage.
Right. Then can I try this too?
Who do you say that to? Say that to Eus?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. It's like,
Hey, can I try?
Be my guest. Hands it to you.
Okay. What do I?
And he's like, "I'm all out of balls after this one."
So what do I have to roll?
Nature and an athletics.
Yeah, that's fine.
Little Gene.
So 17 and 4.
Oh, so you're really kind of feeling it. You're used to using like random pieces of wood and scraps to kind of repair things back on the docks in Poseidon's ribcage. So you feel very comfortable with this. Your swing is just, you kind of like wind up, come back, wind up, come back, wind up, AU says, just do it! What? This one is going to go the other direction, ping off one of the rocks behind you and kind of shoo, choo, choo, and go a little bit further than get Samani's ball. As it kind of dings around, you see Charlie say, what was that? Are we being attacked?
Just playing.
Dang it.
Use! Enough! It's time for bed. As she kind of sighs, a little bit tired, she says, you all seem to be rightful folk, and it's unlike me to turn those in need away. Would you like to secure yourself with us tonight?
Sure.
What time is it?
Probably like 9.
I'm okay with it. If it's gonna be safer in here.
I sleep with my axe across my chest.
Charlie says, Ralph, please take care of our guests. I'm feeling a little under the weather. She excuses herself to go into one of the tents behind. And you guys are left with Ralph and Ayus, who are just kind of like sitting by the fire, passing kind of the stogie back and forth. And says, so, who are you guys? Well, I know that, but who are you? Like, you guys seem, like you can kind of handle yourself.
I killed this bear. I hold up my pelt.
Ralph says, "Ha! Another adventurer. You guys must seek the finest of the world's cavers and villains."
We've had our fair share. What do you guys do?
Ralph says, "We know nothing much beyond the forest. Like you, we went up seeking some sort of vantage point on life. We found ourselves here, away from the pesky owl bears and such of the forest who see us as a snack instead of the foe we are." Flash. The fire from his hand kind of like ricochets into the fire. You see kind of like, just a couple embers pop out at you guys as his anger is very apparent.
I say, what happened to your creator?
More like, what will happen when we finally find that bastard?
What's his name?
He says, speaking the name of a pureblood Wanti, calls them to us.
Can you
Isn't that
write
what you
it
call
down?
Charlize! Charlize! She immediately, the name is popped in your head, but it's in my notes somewhere that I don't want to find right now.
Okay.
But you now know the name of this Wanti. How about that?
Cool.
I say, well, there's a holy site down if you go up the trail and then down, instead of going back, there was like a holy site with some statues.
Yeah, they did weird songs in my head. They had orangey, yellowy eyes, and they were calling me.
Ayus kind of goes, yeah, it's their calling card.
Well, I didn't go.
Let's see, hold on. Ayus says, we found those trails, a little abandoned, but I didn't want to dig any further.
Us either.
Are you a thief?
Me?
Yeah. You.
He holds his hands up, and you can see that they're noticeably sticky. I don't steal from those I like.
I would like to use Thieves' Camp. So basically, what that is
It's the language of thieves.
It is the language of thieves.
What are you going to say to him?
So it lets me know if loot's nearby, and if there are any easy marks or anywhere that we can get safe housing. So I'm gonna ask them in Thieves' Camp, is this place safe?
He says back to you, he says, we've never been stolen from. And we can make sure of that. Around here we don't get a lot of travelers, which is why you easily kind of clicked our one trap there. Your friend is not very wise.
Makes sense.
I cannot say anything about the beast below. Be very careful about what you see down below. There's many different sorts of tunneling creatures, as you've seen before with the Wanti.
What do you mean by beast below?
He starts kind of like biting his nails, which are like the same brown material as like the tip. They only have like 3 fingers each. They're kind of more mitts. He kind of chomps down. It's like, they're big, bitey, scaly, not fun to be around. You're kind of fun to be around though.
Good to know.
He said he switches from the thieves' camp from the yard, and you guys are just kind of hearing some very aggressive talk. You guys think like maybe there's gonna be a fight going down here, but he switches and says, "So, you guys want tattoos? Check this out." And like on his arm, you see that he like opens up and flips up, and you see an elaborate marking of kind of like scorched and charcoal, kind of like melded into their thing of, what did I write down? Of their birth. You see like an inscription of just kind of like a boiling vat, and like you see like a snake figure kind of like holding the bushel. That's what it is. It's a bushel of bananas over the like this vat. He says, "That's how I got started."
Did you give yourself the tattoo?
Well, yeah, but I started on him first. And he points back at Ralph, who's just kind of like sitting there smoking, staring at the fire, listening to the conversation. And he says, "Yeah, look what this fucking idiot did." And he opens his arm up, and you guys see that it's just like a picture of a giant butt.
Are they quality?
The butt is not. However, the inscription's fairly good on Aeus's tat.
Is that a similar skin quality for tattooing?
You guys want to find out?
No.
Can you make it magic?
Well, I don't know any magic. My sister, she can probably help you out. You were coughing and says, "I can do magic as well." You see his hand kind of flare up again. He's like, "Get a new spell."
Say, can you do tattoo magic?
His flame kind of dies a little bit. And then he just kind of uses it to like relight his stogie that just kind of went out without saying a word.
Not very convincing.
Say, well, I'm tuckered. I think I'll pitch tent.
Me.
Awesome. You see Ralph says, "You guys are going to sleep on an empty stomach?"
I got some jerky.
Alright.
It's been a long day.
Well, we'll be out for another hour or two. We'll be out for another hour or two.
Okay.
I start pitching my tent.
Awesome.
Same.
So then you guys all just kind of fall and do your rest here.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely,
I still sleep
lovely,
with my axe
lovely.
on my chest.
Good to know. And we're going to transition to a break. Transition to a working DM cam. I am back, and hopefully you enjoy my face. Our adventurers had just settled in for the night with our banana encampment. Would you guys please roll me a quick saving throw of general?
Are there any banana hammocks?
What does that mean?
Nat?
No.
One.
Nat 1.
16.
Amazing.
Nat 1!
Alright, I think 2 nat 20s offset in that one.
Nah, wait, you 2 nat 20s?
No, I got a 16.
Oh, okay. Well, you two kind of toss and turn on this rocky plateau, and you guys are actually going to wake up exhausted. So you guys have the exhausted feet here, which means you're going to have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Wait, was that a short rest or long rest?
That was a long rest. Well, actually, no, you're right. That's a short rest. So please roll your hit dice in order to regain your HP.
Do I feel peppy?
Wait,
You
what
have
do I have
such
to
a
roll?
very connected slumber, Bruinor. You are, were asleep on the stone. Your back was very straight. You were feeling just
Hit
totally
dice,
refreshed.
Whatever dice that
You actually can get an inspiration point for that.
How
I'm gonna start using these.
Yeah, no, you got them banked.
You're throwing at me like candy.
I got. So what do you roll for a hit dice?
That's going to be under your fighter class. Where I don't think we're going to bog down this a whole lot, but just roll me 2d8s, and then that's what you can do to read your health. We'll make sure to double check that a little
Do
bit
I do
later.
that as well?
Yes, 2d6 is for you. You guys awaken to the the smell of like the similar simmering stew from last night. This is going to be an everyone thing as you guys kind of. You two were outside. We're exhausted. You guys wake up first. You guys don't see Ralph or Eus. You just see Charlize there alone with her two little fruit companions kind of circling and chasing them around and around the fire as she slowly stirs, just taking in the ambiance of, the smells, the wind on her face. You guys see it's like a little bit cloudy above, but nothing too much to worry. The sun is shining bright early in the morning as you guys kind of awake and stretch. So, what is the party going to do?
So I rolled 2 zeros.
You gain no health.
Wait.
But I didn't lose
roll
any.
a 0.
There you go. Then why'd you even roll?
I rolled 6, but what is it for? Sorry.
To get your health back.
How many points does exhaustion?
Yeah, how many?
remove?
Exhaustion is a status effect where you have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
What if you have an advantage
So what
already
did I
on
just
your
roll?
Cancels out. To heal yourself because you're short resting. What would
Oh.
the party like to do?
Go.
I'd like to walk up
Not
to
fully
her.
heal yourself, just your hit dice.
No, I want to leave this game.
Okay.
Before that, I want to walk up and be like, "Can I have some of your banana poop stew?"
Shirley says, absolutely, although we don't refer to it that way.
What do you refer to it as?
As stew, food.
Cool.
I'm assuming
Scoop some.
you don't eat your own excrement.
No. I've ate a couple rocks, but I don't think that counts.
Well, that's very inconvenient.
You should
Yeah.
call it the compost.
She chuckles lightly at your comment.
So are these your babies?
She says, no, these are my creations. My soul is sold for me, so it's the way I can communicate with the ethereal world around me.
Oh.
You see, like, the strawberry kind of trip, and then the grape kind of, like, start jumping on it, and you see, like, a little bit of, like, juice kind of come out as it kind of just playing around.
And I just like put a finger in the juice.
Yeah, it's very sweet to the taste. However, it tastes a little fiendish as well.
Yeah. I kind of spit it out.
Yeah, it's the aftertaste that really hits you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Charlie says, Ralph and Eus are on their tracking mission for the day in order to find the warlock who did this to us, but I fear it's a dead mission. It's a waste of our energy and a waste of our time.
Yeah, I don't quite see how that would help you guys.
She says, Ralph is very much one who did not ask to be brought into this world. Being firstborn, he tends to be a little irrational and hot to the temper. However, when she kind of motions up to you guys, when will you be departing?
Probably now.
right away.
Well, you have been nothing but kind to us, so please, if you come across us, feel free to let us know how your adventure is going.
Yeah, I'd love to one day hear how it goes with the warlock for you guys.
Yeah, it clangs on the ground. She says, hopefully we do not have to interact with this warlock. An old age succumbs. Or they succumb to old age. And then the shining of the coin on the ground kind of reflects into Odysseus' eyes as he's waking up and uncrusting them.
Oh, I already been saw that coin. So, are we leaving, guys?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, cool. So on our way out, I'm gonna steal that coin.
Okay, roll. So you reach down. Roll me a perception check.
20.
Fabulous. As you reach down, you see, like, in a glimmer of the sunlight, it flashes into a small little hole. And you reach in your hand, disappears into this hole. You feel empty space. Absolutely nothing as your arm is swallowed by this hole where you assumed this coin would be.
So I want to keep feeling around, looking for this coin. Is it in this hole?
No. Essentially, this coin turned into this hole. Please roll me an Arcana check, Odysseus.
7.
With the 7, you're freaked out. You know this is some weird magic shit. You're not all about this, so I'd say you just kind of like rip it out again, and it turns back into this little coin.
Can I grab it at all, or no?
Yes, you can try.
So I would like to try again.
Okay. This time I'm...
and I'm doing this in secret, right? So nobody, everybody's walking away. So I'm trying to be nonchalant about it with my freaking head stuck in this hole.
This time you come at it at a slightly different angle. You kick the side of it, of the coin, instead of reaching directly for it, and it kind of flips around, and you kind of see that it actually turns into a wooden little ring. And you rolled really low on your Arcana check, so I'm sorry.
I don't know what it is.
No, but now it's just a wooden ring.
Can I tell what he's doing?
Roll a perception check to see if you see what he's doing.
Mod 20.
You absolutely see him dicking around. His arm disappeared. He tries to look really nonchalant about it, and then you see that kind of flip and everything like that. Your senses kind of go off a little bit, as well as Summer, as this huge Arcana flip kind of occurs.
Okay. Well, can I put it on my finger?
Please do. You put the ring on your finger, and immediately your arm starts to disappear into this nothingness again. Just nothing.
Alright, so I want to shake my hand and drop it right into my bag of holding.
Slick. Will you roll me an Arcana check to see if you know what you just saw?
18.
With an 18, you know that this is what's known as a portable hole. It scales to roughly a random space of 6 to 8 feet, square round.
Is it on our plane, or...?
No.
Okay.
Where does it go?
It's a great question for the Mystics. However, flies right into your bag of holding. You have no real idea what that is.
Nope.
You're just kind of mystified at everything kind of disappearing, But you think it could be pretty cool.
Alright.
Awesome. And then Charlie says, "Farewell, travelers," as you guys descend the ladder that was still in place.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Charlie.
As you guys walk away, the sweet, sweet scent of banana, lingers in your mind as these 3 kind of flash across your memories. And then you guys just continue on your path to the summit, correct?
Yes.
Who would like to roll me a survival check to lead the group?
Wait,
18?
fuck, I did bad math. That's
Math is pretty hard, you guys.
Because it's 3 plus 1.
Bless you, Charlize says.
And then can I use a point of inspiration too?
Sure.
Okay. 15.
Roll
Oh,
D6.
do I have to roll? Okay. 18.
18.
Sorry, friends, I can't math.
That was fairly crucial to hit that AC. As you guys manage to completely find your way back, and you see directly where you need to go. You see that this basin is very open, very wide. Scattered dead trees and rock formations kind of block your view along the way. You don't see much life, but you also notice that, you know, there used to be a river flowing here, and there's just kind of like a tricklingness that you guys managed to walk your way across, and you guys are going to be walking kind of parallel towards that,
Is
or
that
like
the
along with.
same river that fills the tree light?
Oh, that's a great question. Roll me a nature check or a history check with advantage because you would know. Bum-bum-bum.
That was a 10.
Yeah, with the 10, you think this is kind of just a runoff stream. You're curious as to why it seems to have lessened. Maybe it just happened over time. Maybe this wasn't even Fey related. However, you make your way past and you see like dead trees kind of litter the bank as you guys walk past. You guys hear some kind of rustling as like the wind is kind of picking up as you see just kind of like sand and tornadoes just kind of form off in the distance real lightly and then disappear from your view. From there, I want to pause. Because I want to introduce this next scene in a particular way.
Ooh.
So
Do
I'll
we
just,
have a map of how we go up the mountain?
he does. I've never drawn one.
We do have a map. Imaginary.
Okay, this is the most charged it's been in a minute.
For real.
Can we make a map of the mountain for next time?
We should charge it overnight, but we never do.
That would be freaking awesome.
Like,
It
I
charged so
always-
fast.
Yeah. I always
Kind of tells
forget.
me what it looks like.
This is all I have drawn out. I have it drawn
Not
out
even 20
in
minutes.
encounter circles. I don't actually have it mapped.
Not even 20 minutes. There's still more in the bond.
I'm not asleep, but I'm very comfortable.
Hey,
Very
Tucker.
comfortable. It's just the best way to put it.
Hi,
What?
baby.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, sweet boy?
I'm not. I can feel him like I'm flying in the brain.
Okay, I gotta roll a couple dice real quick before we get started.
Yeah, I rolled all my luck out. 2 zeros back to back. Come on, how does that even work?
Alright,
feel
what
like
did I
you can't
just
even
say
be
when I
as
was
unlucky.
transitioning off? Because I'm going to like make it real smooth, like and then.
You said, and we're gonna take a pause.
We were coming down, I think it was the stream.
Yeah, we just
Yep.
went past the dead
I'm,
trees.
I'm trying to think my exact wording. I think I said and then I want you to just like cut it,
Mhm.
like
And
like
then
skip
we're
this
gonna
whole
take a
chunk.
pause.
Yeah, that's what
and
he
then we're
said.
gonna take a pause.
Okay.
So you can
Lovely.
start with then.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Coming back. You guys ready? And then a larger rock formation starts to form as you guys see in front of you. You guys kind of approach. This is going to take several minutes, half a mile away. As it grows larger and larger and larger, you see the road kind of splits around it, as well as there's actually some life in a couple of these trees nearby. As there's actually a little bit of shrubbery along this rocky, gravelly path you guys are walking. Can I get your walking order, please?
I am in the front.
I'm in the rear.
I'll be towards the back because I'm kind of exhausted.
Amazing. Will you all roll me perception checks?
23.
Pretty good.
4, 17.
I'm proficient.
7.
23.
Unfortunately, you guys don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Huh?
As you guys are walking.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
As you guys walk forward, you guys see. Actually, when I say out of the ordinary, I misspoke because bubbles are coming and approaching. Growing and popping, roughly 60, 80 feet above. From this rock formation from below.
I'm gonna say. So I don't know what was in that stew, but do you guys see those bubbles?
I definitely see those bubbles.
Yes.
They're so
Those are some
big.
big bubbles.
These bubbles span roughly 12 feet across as you guys kind of approach and getting the true magnitude of what's happening. Ludicius, your eyes start to hang. Your head kind of starts swaying side to side as you're walking, drifting before you collapse, unconscious, deep in slumber. I want everybody to roll me initiative. And that is where we are going to end this session. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please join us again for what is to come.